Hey everyone, Van here, and today I've got a little like lake game. I don't know how to describe it. It's like one of those god games. It looks like where you grow, where you like develop the whole thing. Anyways, it's called Among Ripples, and I thought it looked really freaking cool. So I wanna give it a go. And I know I'm stupid, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through the tutorial as well here. This lake and its inhabitants used to take care of themselves. Things changed and it's now up to you. Click anywhere to continue. Start off by spawning a couple dace fish. Click the dace spawning grounds in the middle of the lake bed. Oh. There's a limit to how many creatures you can spawn right away. If you reach the limit, you need to wait for them to either grow or die. That's so loud! If you reach the limit, you need to either wait for them to either grow or die to spawn more. Now let's spawn a few perch fish. Click their spawning grounds on the left side of the lake. You can adjust the level of oxygen in the water by clicking and dragging to the left or right. Oxygen affects algae growth and the creatures differently. Try this out. High oxygen? There are toxic substances contaminating the lake. Try spawning some clams by clicking their spawning grounds in the bottom right. Clams? I've got 5 down there. Now let's add some crayfish. Spawn these by clicking the logs at the bottom of the lake. Should I just max out everything? You might also add pikefish. Their spawning ground is located at the right side of the lake. Click it to spawn pike. Get them! Eat them! Eat everything! How many can I spawn of you? Freaking 5. Finally, we have the otter. The otter can be spawned by clicking the reed on the upper left corner of the screen. Only 1 otter? If you wish to quit the game, click the upper right corner and wait for the menu button to appear. Then click it again to return the menu. Click anywhere to continue. You have now completed the tutorial. You are now free to shape the lake to whatever form you deem necessary. Wait, can I advance this even further? Oh my god! I can make so many pike! They starved to death. The clams got bigger! The clams are taking over! So the lack of oxygen is making it easier for the clams. And the pike. If I over-oxygenate the water, does it kill everyone? Ah. So the high oxygen content adds in a lot of weird things. I can't make another one. Honestly, this is very relaxing. This is just one of those little things that you, like, you get the ecosystem built how you want it, and you just kind of let it go, I guess? So they just, like, disintegrated. The pike are dead. There's no spawning. It's all pure crawdads now. The crawdads just don't give a feck. They're everything. The otter is just doing his thing. The highly oxygenated water is making all the animals grow. And the crawdads are just huge. Look at them. They're massive little monsters. They just came out full-sized, ready to devour the world. I cannot keep these little fish that come from the central spawn alive. And the crawdads keep eating all of the clams, I guess. How do I balance this out? There's only 1 otter. And I can't make more. I try to keep the clams up. The clams just aren't enough. The perch die off because the pike eat them. You are a monster! You too! Oh my god, they just keep getting bigger. There's so much going on and so little going on at the same time. I just don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. I kind of want to let the crawdads die off so I can see if the clams will take over and just be massively everywhere. But the clams can't seem to survive the crawdads, and that one's just Titanic now. Look at him. He's the size of a full-grown pike almost. That's terrifying. Just imagine having giant lobsters that are like this long and like that wide, just wandering around in the freaking lakes and stuff like that, in freshwater lakes. Can I play God so well that I can make these clams just take over everything? Or maybe the crawdads. I want an uber crawdad. I want that. I want just an absolutely massive monster crawdad just to run this lake. To run this tiny lake that this otter just cannot die in. Yeah, the clams are taking over in this low oxygenated water. I'm assuming this is low oxygenation. There's not as many bubbles. So is the environment that I'm building right now low oxygen, everything like that, seems to be very, very good for the pikes. What happened to my otter? Why do I only get one otter? I don't know exactly what's going on, but I think I'm doing a good job. There's a lot of fish. The perch do not stand a chance though. They keep dying off. And these little guys like manage somehow. The crawdads I just kind of neglected and they just do not stop. And the otter, I guess the otter got old and died. I don't know what's happening with that. This otter just doesn't care. The pike don't care about the otter. The otter doesn't care about the pike. Even though that pike is bigger than the freaking otter and could rip it to pieces. The clams are thriving. These little fish down here are just getting devoured left and right. The perch stand no chance at survival. It's just infinite numbers of pike. They're gonna take over.
Few moments later.
I don't know, honestly. I don't know what I expected. It's pretty cute though. I like this. It's very relaxing. It's just, I think that's it though. I think that's legitimately it. I think it's just that short. It's just a tiny little lake that you have control over, and this is what happens. Can the lake get polluted? It's getting dirtier. Or something. It's like building up nastiness at the bottom there. Will that destroy the lake? Will the lake just like go full toxic and just everything dies? Is that possible? If I add more fish, will that add more toxicity to the water? Because there's no balanced ecosystem now. There's plenty of oxygen for everything to grow, everything to become healthy and everything like that. But the fish are constantly producing, like, they're pooing in the water, they're peeing in the water, they're doing all that kind of stuff. And they're making it gross. But there's nothing on the bottom, the clams, to clean up for after them. So if I keep producing more and more of these guys, will it eventually just take over the entire lake and kill all the fish? This is like what we'd have to do if, say, like, fish couldn't like breed and maintain their own populations and stuff like that. Like you just leave a bunch of fish in there, and they just wouldn't understand how to create more fish. Basically, this is what this situation is. Like none of these fish or anything like that know how to make their own populations spawn. So we have to like go out there and set that up and make sure that they're spawning their fish and stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's it. That's what's going on here pretty much. Like they require human intervention. I just want the fish going. Straight fish. Because it seems like it's climbing rapidly. I want to see what happens. Yeah, these crawdads are just massive. They're just hanging around doing it. No, he left! And the otter's gone for eternity. Sploosh. Yeah, you see, that's where the otters go when they get old, to the otter retirement home. And then over here, we just pop out a new otter out of this tree. That's what that tree is designed for. It's just an otter generating machine. I know this all looks natural and stuff like that, but that's what's going on. It just generates new otters. That's all it does. Same thing for all these little spawn points. That's what they're designed for. Oh, I made some clams. I didn't mean to make any clams. Is it going to reduce the pollution level? It's reducing the pollution level. They're getting massive. I don't like it. I don't like those clams doing their job. You guys need to stop. We need all the populations in this lake to just suffer. That's the whole point. So I think if I want the ecosystem to just maintain itself, I have to have precise numbers of fish and precise numbers of crocodiles and precise numbers of clams and stuff like that. Like, I can't have a bajillion pike. Look, the otter's sick. They're polluted. So that's what's going on. Okay, so yeah, that's all it'll do. Some of them will get sick. That's gross. I just made a diseased lake in the middle of the freaking forest or something like that. Oh, we're almost out of crawdads. Do the crawdads count as a filter system as well? They do. They are bottom feeders. They do help keep things cleaner. Yeah, the otter is already gone. That was the shortest lived otter ever. I imagine it got sick and it just died. I know, that sounds awful. But still, if I just put one otter in here, would that otter just die super quick? Or would it just kind of do its own thing? He's trying to eat the diseased one. Don't do it! It's a trap! You stupid otter. You stupid, stupid otter. And now you're sick. I'm trying my hardest to just see if there's like a maximum pollution level, and this looks like it. It just looks like they're polluted partially. And that's about all that's going on. And if I drop the oxygen drastically again, it'll probably just kill a bunch of them. Yeah, the otter got sick and it's gonna die now, I guess. Bye, otter. I wish you the best of luck in the next life when I'm not here destroying your ecosystem. But I think this is gonna be all I have time-wise for this one. So, thank you all very much for watching. Don't destroy an entire lake simply on a whim like I have here. Before I leave, just so everybody knows that they still have a chance to exist, I'm gonna pop out a bunch of clams and clean up the ecosystem. There we go. They'll be fine. Look at that. Look at all the clams. It's all clean now. I pulled out all the pollution. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a good night. And I keep saying have a good night, even though I know that this is going to be a recording. Anyways, I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, evening, whatever it is. And I'm going to shut up now. Have a good night and ban out.